It's good to be back. We're here at the Berry Street Garage Stadium for the 5th in what is going to be 6 out of 7 home games. I think I've got that right. Today, Shifnal Town are the visitors, just 3 days after another home fixture, that 2-2 draw against Kidsgrove Athletic. Let's get straight into the business of today's game and hear from the manager, Alan Morgan. Alan, you've had a couple of days to reflect on Tuesday's game. Point gained or 2 points dropped? 2 points dropped.
But as we went 2-1 down, and it's one of them, 2 points drop and 1 point gain. So it's first half we should have been at least more than 1 goal up. We should have been maybe 3 or 4 up, and that's the thing. We've got to take our chances when they come to us.
What's your main focus when you analyse it? Is it the fact that you gave up the lead, or is it that you came back, which takes priority?
I analyse everything. I analyse the chances or how we could have scored more in the first half. Was it decision making, or was it just a good save by the keeper, and then the second half, I said how do we we came off a pedal a little bit, and we weren't on the front foot as much in the second half. I know maybe it's because we played Saturday and they didn't. That could be the case, but still, we still finished strong, and we just got to be better.
As we're approaching October, you've had a good run in the FA Cup. How do you sum up the season so far from your team?
Where we are in the league. We're 10th at the moment, so I think we're middle at the moment, and that's where I think we're at. We've got to be better in some areas, and we've got to score. Not Ben all is scoring for us. We need to get goals from her. Even way Courtney's done really well over the last 3 or 4 games. He's done well, and hopefully goals will come with him. But it's always going to be, he might be doing all the hard work, all the battling in the centre halves, and the ball's falling to Ben. And scoring. I've had it in the past where the big striker takes all the battering and stuff like that, and the little one scores loads of goals, and it looks like it's happening here as well.
So Shifnal Town today, a bit of an unknown quality, no previous meeting between the two sides. What game are you expecting?
A good game. I've watched them. I watched a couple of games, they're against Wivenshaw. If they want to play football in the right way, they want to play out the back, and they're a good team. They're a good team. We don't. People say we don't know them. We're 3rd in the league for a reason, or 4th in the league. I'm not sure. 3rd or 4th in the league, and they're a good team, and it's going to be a big test for us today. It's going to be 2 teams who want to play football, and they're a threat. They're there for a reason.
And as you mentioned, this is 3rd in the table. Can this be a bit of a marker for your team to put down today?
Yeah, it is. If we get 3 points today, we go ahead of them. So that's what I'm planning. Our plan to be, our home record's got to be better. And it hasn't been great even when I was here with Mick. Lads, teams turn up and look at the pitch and look at the surroundings and go, I fancy it today. We've got to weather that. We've got to put our authority, and we've got to turn this place into a fortress.
Well, good luck today, Alan. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
So, Freddie, I'm going to ask you the question that I asked Alan in that interview. Tuesday night, Kidsgrove Athletic. A point gained or 2 dropped?
2 dropped. We didn't take our chances. We scored in the second minute, and we should have been like, right, okay, we scored, let's go and get another one. Okay, we've had chances, and they didn't look like they were going to score in that first half, but we should have took advantage of that and gone and scored about 2 or 3 more. Could have been like 3-0 up at half time, and I think that's what cost us really, because they came out in that second half, put a shift in. They were a lot better. They looked like they were going to score, and he went and scored 2, and we were lucky to obviously get that penalty and win it back. But I think in future, we've really got to take our chances.
Do you think that's been Bootle's problem this season, just not going to kill games off?
I suppose there's a lot of more smaller problems in terms of performance, but I think not taking chances is one of the problems. I think there's been a few occasions during the season where we've gone 1-0 up or 2-0 up, and we've still not taken chances, and then the team come back and score 2, or they come from behind and win 2-1. I don't know whether that's happened this season, but it's happened a few times. So,
okay, question for you: who was Bootle's goal scorer on Tuesday night?
Ben Hodgkinson twice.
Who was Bootle's goal scorer last Saturday in Newcastle Town away?
Ben Hodgkinson.
A bit of a theme developing here, so we're going to do a little feature that I like to call Player Spotlight. Now, I'm hoping that there's some dramatic effect there, like, lightning or flashing images, but if not, on our budget, let's not be too surprised. That man, Ben Hodkinson, he's a university life figure at this club. Will go down as a club legend, undoubtedly. And he started the season on fire. What do you think the secret is to his form this season?
I don't know, just working hard, putting a shift in. I think it's 6 in 4 games now.
6 goals in 4 games, that's right.
And I think that's 9 altogether so far this season.
That's right.
And he's currently on, as you might have seen on Twitter, 92 goals.
So that little sequence of 6 in 4 pushed him past Ryan Cox to go second in the all-time Bootle goal scoring chart. Now he's only 12 behind former teammate, good mate Tom Peterson, another Bootle club legend. Here's a question for you. When, because it's going to be when, not if, when does Ben top those charts?
I think if he keeps up with how he's doing at the moment, it'll definitely come this season. I think it definitely will. But let's just hope he doesn't look at that top goal scorer chart and think, I don't want to take over me mate and feel bad, and then just stop scoring on purpose. Or he'll get up to, what is it?
Tom's on 104. He'll
get on to 103 and think, you know what, I'm just gonna put it over the bar just for Tom. But no, I think he'll definitely do it this season if he keeps scoring. Obviously, we want to see more players scoring, but again, him and Courtney, 2 forwards up front, they're going to most likely be the main goal scorers this season. I don't think anyone else has scored as many as, I think Ben's the top goal scorer this season, isn't he?
Yeah. 9 goals in 12 appearances, 4 assists as well. Let's not discount his setting up goals, skills and mastery. Now, you touched on it a little bit there about Ben's importance and how he scored important goals. There's a little stat for you. So just from Ben's goals themselves, if you took them out, Bootle would be second bottom with only 3 points. Ben has accounted for 8 points so far this season, and we're only in September. Now, this is a double question for you. A, it's a bit obvious, but that does show how important he is to this team. B, do you think that means he's too important and that we're relying on him too much?
I think the answer is yes to both questions. He's really important. If he's the only person scoring, as you said, we would have been second bottom if it were for his 9 goals this season. I think he's more of a. I know we've got a few clutch players, but I think
that's the word, isn't it? It's clutch. When the chips are down, he comes to the fore.
I think, especially at Winshaw, after Tony's mistake to put Winshaw 1 up, he came up with a brilliant strike into the top right corner. I think he's sitting on a little table just behind it. I was in between the 2 dugouts. I think the camera shaked a little bit. Can't get me words.
But don't forget, just a few days after that, a week after that, the winner against Avro. 90 odd minute, very cool finish to win the game.
Yeah, it was amazing, that game.
And he single-handedly won the last 2 games by himself.
I know.
Being the 4 points out of 6, he's been the only goal scorer. So we're hoping that his importance to this team continues. He keeps firing the goals. Bit of team news. Picked up a bit of a knock, I believe, so we're still waiting to find out if he's going to play today against Shifnal Town. Let's move on to Shifnal Town then. No previous meeting between these 2 sides, but apart from maybe Lower Breck, Shifnal Town have probably made the best adjustment to this league, sitting 3rd at the minute. So what are you expecting from the game today?
I'm expecting a really tough game. Listen, I know, positions don't really matter this early in the season because, anything can change. This league's unpredictable, as I've mentioned many times before. But, that just shows how quick they've adjusted to the league. Obviously, they were, I think they came up, wasn't it? From, I don't know what league it was, but same with Lower Breck. You look how they've adjusted to the league. I think they've won all but 1 where they drew to Kids Grove. So yeah, I'm expecting a really tough game. I think they'll definitely be up for it, and yeah, it's okay.
Well, a Bootle win will put them ahead of Shifnal Town today, so it's a good chance to stay up at the top end of the table and keep teams below them with a win today.
Yeah, definitely, and keep the confidence up in the squad by all means. Yeah.
Confident? Give us a prediction. Putting you on the spot here.
I know, yeah. I think it'll be a tough game. I don't want to see. I don't think we'll no, not losing, but
Ever the optimist.
no, but I reckon it'll be a close game though. I'm gonna go a 2-2 draw. I hope I'm wrong. I've said this before. I hope we batter them, and I hope I'm wrong. But I'm gonna be unbiased here and go for a 2-2 draw.
Well, you heard it, 2-2 draw. If it doesn't go that way, you know who to blame. Hopefully, a positive result is certainly on the cards for Bootle today against Shifnal Town.